of BS, y'all. But no, seriously, this thing is getting and has gotten out of control. Listen to me, people. This is a state of emergency, okay? I just saw something flash across my timeline on my news feed, on my webpage rather. Said something about Trump calling state of emergency. I need to go back and check that out. But this right here with these tariffs, what's going on, this is sweeping the news waves right now. All social media, everybody is this, like we've been watching this go on now for a little minute with these tariffs, but now it's looking like these tariffs and what they're calling Trump's reign of tariffs, that these tariffs may just destroy or hurt the American people, will hurt America, will hurt the USA, and will bring down the economy. As we're watching right now, everything is crashing all around us. It's crashing, the NASDAQ, everything. I mean, and listen, let me tell you, I'm gonna make a little joke right now, but it's not really funny. But for all my people out there that you love Nike, you love your Jordans, and every time Jordan drop a fresh pair of Jordans, you got to be the first on the line. You camping out at stores, spending the night in front of stores, laying out on the street, just so you can get those brand new Jordans that just dropped, right? Well, newsflash, my fellas, y'all think y'all was paying what, $250? I don't know, depending on how big your feet is, maybe $300 for a pair of Jordans. Well, check this out. Y'all better get ready because Vietnam, who makes the majority of all the clothing here in the U.S., they just got hit, okay? All of them, China, Vietnam, all of them, they just got hit. We talking 54%. So expect all prices to go up. I'm talking about Tammo, Shop Like a Millionaire. I'm talking about Wish. I'm talking about all of them. You think they're going to still be sending us stuff for shipping and handling for free? I mean, I'm not saying for sure, but I would think that now with all of this, they're not going to be able to do that, okay? And for businesses who getting their stuff from these countries, like China, I do a lot of business with Wish, getting different things from Wish and Alibaba and whatnot, people that do drop shipping. This is going to hurt a lot of people. I mean, listen, excuse me, we all remember the beef that was going on with Canada. I remember seeing the video. Matter of fact, I got the video. I didn't put it up on here, but Canada taking all their stuff off the shelves from the U.S., right? And him and the Prime Minister, they beefing. Come on, we've been allies with Canada since like forever, ever. Now we beefing with our next door brother neighbors, so to speak, that supply basically all our meat, our food. Come on, what is to become? But let's go ahead and jump into this. Then check this out now. This is fun because Israel figured, well, you know what? We just gonna back out. We don't even want to do nothing with the tariffs. We just gonna back out because we don't want no smoke, and maybe he'll let us go. But oh no, not the big bad wolf, not the big bad wolf, huh? The big bad wolf said, no, you getting hit too. And he hit them with 17%. Check out this short little clip.
Israel is scratching their heads because they came out and they said, okay, we're going to get rid of all the tariffs against the United States. And they were smacked with 17%. And so it's like, hey, wait a minute. I thought we were going to get a pass. They did not.
Nobody's safe. Check this out. Look, pause that. Check it out. You see this? Reciprocal tariffs. So here, China, European Unions, Vietnam, Taiwan, Japan, India, South Korea, Thailand, Switzerland, Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia, United Kingdoms, everybody's getting hit. Look at these numbers, y'all. 67, 30, 39, 90%. Oh man, 30. Listen, this one right here, you can snatch this online anywhere or screenshot it right now if you need. But yeah, this image has become quite famous, okay? And he seems more too proud to do it. So I'm trying to figure out, because I remember, because I actually covered it and did a video about it when he was first really officially brought in to the house, his inauguration. He said he wanted to be the prez that brought everything together and fixed everything, right? Made everything great again, right? And then for we as melanated people, we keep asking the question like, okay, well, who you talking about when you say great? Because it's never really been great for us. Not since we, linked up with you all. No disrespect, no pun intended to anybody. Y'all know my channel is never about that. Y'all know our channel is never about that, okay? Our channel is never about hate or anything like that. Over here, we practice ashuk, divine love, okay? And this is all about awareness. So copyright disclaimer very quickly, under the Copyright Act of 1976, fair use is granted for education, tutorial, teaching, news, commentary, criticism. If I'm missing one, I may be missing one, but yes, this video is for educational purposes, maybe with a little entertainment as well. Okay, but that's my disclaimer. So anyway, we know it's never been great for us. Now things are going, this is the part that I've been talking to everybody about for so long, man. So long. I've been living here in Delaware now going on 12 years. And for the whole time that I've had my YouTube channel and been on social media like that, this has been my platform to reach my people, to re-educate those of us that were severely miseducated, and that goes for just about the whole of us. Because if you grew up in an inner city and you went to government school system, 9 times out of 10 you were miseducated. Okay, am I right or am I wrong? And so I've been trying to do my part to break that cycle so that it doesn't get trickled down to our babies. As someone that just became, a G-mom, okay, grandma, I'm thinking about my babies as well, okay? I don't want them to grow up under the same, indoctrination and miseducation as I did, okay? So, but this is the time where we have got to, because how you think our ancestors made it, y'all? How you think they made it? They made it because they had unity. But let's be real, let's look around us right now. Where is the love? Where is the unity? Our village has fallen. Our village has fallen. Okay? No, we did not always get along. I tell you that all the time. We were not always standing around holding hands singing Kumbaya. That is a fallacy. That is a lie. Okay? The only time that may have happened is we go all the way back to the beginning. I'm talking about back to the beginning with the Patahites. The Patahites, okay? And that was when this land was a utopia, okay? And peace reigned all throughout the land. But then, we all know the story, so I don't need to go there, not in this video, right? But look, so you got the lawmakers right now, they just like, well, we don't know what to do. He done went crazy. Check it out.
People of Israel are scratching their heads because they came out and they said, okay, we're going to get rid of all. People of Israel are scratching their heads because they.
Where the hell video at? Wait a minute, hold up. Let's see right here. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, wait, I put the same video up there 2 times. Hold on, y'all. Pause. All right, here we go. My bad.
And the list goes on. If this short-term pain is deep pain, where families are put out of business and can't run the businesses that they have spent their lives building, political implications would be what?
It would be massive, Nika. We just had a presidential election where inflation was one of the biggest issues, where voters said repeatedly they want elected officials to focus on the economy. And this is exactly the opposite of this. It is going to put us into, as Ratner points out, an economic place where we could be in recession almost immediately here. And so, when you look at the election results from Tuesday night in Florida.
Did y'all hear that? we could go into a recession almost immediately. Listen to me, because I don't want to be here too long, okay? Because I want to keep your attention. And I know because we've all been being indoctrinated and trained to be like this, we don't have the attention span of a 10-year-old, most of us. Because we're too used to watching 59-second videos all day, right? So anyway, that's not to insult anybody. Just look around and be real with yourself. You know I'm speaking the truth here. So, again, our ancestors, you know, I'm not even talking about ancestors as far as in the Harriet Tubman days. I'm just talking about our big mamas in them, our aunties in them. I'm going back to the 50s and the 60s, maybe even, you know, the 50s and the 60s, you know, the civil rights era. They had more unity. They had more togetherness. As I told you before in a video that I did before, I think it was the one with Tiffany Cross, when the boycott went down, Jimmy Earl across the street had that Volkswagen, right? Y'all remember the Volkswagen, huh? And he would get together every morning and take all the sisters, Sister Earlene, Sister Josephine, Mary Ann, everybody. He would take everybody, even James and them. Give everybody a ride to work and didn't ask everybody or expect everybody to give him an arm and a leg. You know what I'm saying? Because he understood that we all in this together. See what I'm saying? Something that we seem to have forgotten. We have forgotten that we are all in this together. How can you forget that when one of us does something wrong, the whole of us are blamed? The entire so-called black community is blamed, or African American community. Anyway, okay, I'm just saying that's what it's called, all right? But we have got to, this is the time, y'all, because hard times are coming. Hard times are coming. Canada deals with our food, okay? Vietnam, China, all them places deal with our clothing, our foot apparel, our shoes, rather. Hard times are coming. And if we don't get together, because that's the only way we ever made it through those hard times. That's how we got over, by being able to lean on one another. And unfortunately for our babies, these millennials out here, they don't know nothing about that time. So let's go right here and check out some of these news articles and peruse through some of these articles very quickly. I don't want to be here too long. Let's go. Okay, how y'all doing? Y'all all right so far? But look, he already losing people. He's losing people. He's losing people, but he sat in front of the whole world and said, I want to be a good man. I want to do a good work. And honestly speaking, here's the part that a lot of people are not going to like. This may be what needs to be done in order for him to do that, because we should all know, looking at all the money that has been wasted, $50 million here on some damn monkeys, $100 million here on video games, all this craziness that's been going on, the wastefulness that's been going on, all these folks getting checks, and they not even here, they've been unalive for years. Money going out the window, and a lot of us is to blame for it too. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us is to blame for it too. You know, when you talk about the people that have multiple public assistance accounts in multiple states, now look at everybody getting ready to suffer. Everybody getting ready to suffer, all because they got to take all this down to build it back up. But what will it be like when you build it back up for melanated people? This is why I'm saying to you, my people, we have got to stick together, because this ain't gonna get better before it get worse. And we only on the tip right now, okay? But yeah, look, he's already losing. He's losing altitude already. People already like, yo, what the heck? See, he holding it up again. That's the one I just showed y'all, right? Okay, look, Donald Trump, has lost the support of more than half of U.S. voters following his world terror war, according to bombshell new poll. Nate Silver has revealed that for the first time in Trump's presidency, 50.1% of Americans disapprove of the job he is doing. Golly, 50.1. That's a little over half. So that means that even the people that was like, yeah, we're going to make it real again. They're even like, hey man.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
They don't know what's going on. Okay, like, yo, somebody for real, man, like, yo, man, for real, I don't know, but I think that maybe, you know, like, maybe you need to go to jail. You need to go to jail, like, you know, like, this has got to be a crime. That's what I mean when I say go to jail. I'm saying, like, this has got to be a crime. And I put you here? Like, wow. But anyway, again, we are not trying to say anything bad about this man, okay? Talking Mr. Trump, okay? We are just pointing out the news. We are just stating the facts, okay? And this is what people are saying. Look, the numbers don't lie. The numbers are in, okay? And then if you look over here, look at this. Look at this. Trump's massive 46% Vietnam tariffs pummel Nike American Eagle Wayfair. All of this. A new 46% tariff on Vietnam force for a major corporation in the apparel, furniture, and a problem. The crossfire of Beijing and shares of businesses, including Nike. Hey, all you Nike people, man, I've been telling y'all for years, y'all love Jordan so much. Invest in it. You invest in bull crap every day. Right now, you would have probably been able to cash out or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know, listen, I know they about to go up. And you about to be crying because you ain't going to get them. You ain't going to be able to get them new Jordans. Oh, no, not this time. I bet you won't be on that line. Not this time. You won't be on that line.
Say what?
Nope. But, yeah, because when you look over here, look, check this one out over here, though. Look at this, right? So right here is where it breaks it down for you. See it? Look at that. Apparel industry tariffs are potentially disastrous, but could be reconciled at any time. Okay, yeah, it could be reconciled at any time, but I guarantee you, it ain't gonna get better before it get worse. And right now, we are sitting on the edge. We sitting right on the edge, on the ledge, right? Meaning that this is about to topple over. Meaning it more than likely gonna get worse, right? Because we at the edge. It ain't even started. Well, I probably said that wrong. I think I said that wrong. So, what I mean is that we at the beginning, right? And it ain't even really get going yet. We just seeing what's on the way, on the horizon, right? And it ain't looking good, okay? The Trump administration announced tariffs on imports to the U.S. that are materially higher than had been expected. This policy has significant implications for apparel manufacturers and retailers as, according to trade associations and other sources, approximately 98% of clothing and 99% of footwear that is sold in the U.S. is imported primarily from Asia. Indeed, according to the U.S. Fashion Industries Association, about 60% of the U.S. apparel is supplied by the 3 Asian countries, China, Vietnam, and Bangladesh. These 3 nations were hit extremely hard by the new policy as tariff rates were set 54% for China, 46% for Vietnam, and 37% for Bangladesh. High tariffs were imposed on most other key apparel sourcing countries in Southeast Asia as well. Okay, the reign of terror begins, baby. Look right here, the reign of terror is beginning. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Look at this. Well, Trump's Liberation Day is here. What liberation? Must be his liberation. And it has liberated countless traders of their net worth and risk assets. The market's reaction to Trump's newly incited, much worse than expected reign of tariffs. So again, are these tariffs going to bring down the economy? Will they hurt and destroy America? Will they hurt and possibly destroy the U.S.? For we as melanated people, we've been here before. And I'm thank you. I'm gonna say thank you, people under those people. Thank you very much, because y'all have really made our skin thick and taught us how to survive. So I had to give you a round of applause for that, because we've been here before, and many of us, we ain't never left here. Being broke, what? So I ain't gonna have no money, I ain't gonna be able to afford no Jordans, I ain't gonna be able to, I ain't never had nothing. I'm not saying that to be funny, but I'm saying that to be real. A lot of people are gonna be like, well, this ain't no different from me. Yeah, I ain't had nothing since, nothing had me. So, yo, that's my time, man. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Please, people, we got to come together, because that's how our folks made it. That's how they made it, okay? And for those 70s, even 80s, 60s, and 50s babies, you got to snatch these young people up and teach them that. They don't know that era. They don't know that. They don't know that time. We know that time, right? They missed that. By the time they was coming up in the world, they was coming up into the AI. They was coming up into all of this. So they was coming up into the time of selfishness. Give me that. That's mine. Boop, kick you in the butt. Get out of here. I'm taking that. That's mine. I want it all. They don't know about sharing and caring. They didn't come up in that. So we got to teach them, because that's the only way we gonna survive this. Because I'm telling you now, it's gonna get worse before it get better. And I mean you no harm when I say that. Again, I love y'all. Always and forever. You heard me? Nothing but love here. I shook. Peace and love. Why do? Remember, sky's not the limit. If you can see it, you can think it, you can grab it, and you can have it. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another.